Hello, y'all. I am Colby Jones. I've done YouTube once before, and I didn't do very good at it, and I kind of got tired of it, so I quit. And I'm going to try to shoot back at it again, doing YouTube and posting stuff on Facebook as well. I just full of mowers and stuff. Today's video, I guess, because I'm very unprepared for this, I'm going to show you guys me putting on a single post or 3-post solenoid. It's got the 2 hot wires going from the battery to the solenoid, then from the solenoid to the starter, and then the 1 ignition prong here. Some of these mowers come with 1 of the ignition prongs, and some of them come with 2, like the one that I tried to make. Sorry, I just paused that part of that clip there. I don't know how to turn this around, but if you guys can see right down in there, that's on a 2-prong, which that's not the one that come out of it. The one come out of it is laying right here. It's a little corroded and what have you. It had nuts on it, but they're laying here somewhere. But the wire originally that was on here, the connector that went over this, it had, when I tried to take it off, it literally just rusted in 2. So I put a new end on it, as you might have seen down there. And so I got to pull this battery back out and then go in and take this solenoid out that I've got in it now, because I couldn't make it work just using 2 prongs. I was trying to go cheap. So I'm going to pull this out real quick. I don't think you'll be able to see much, but I'm going to set you over here. We're going to pull this battery out and take the wire stuff off of everything, and then put this new solenoid in, see if we can at least get power to the starter. If you work on lawnmowers, do you think it's kind of dumb how they put these solenoids up under the body? And see, this is a Murray mower I got from a friend of mine. And a lot of the cheaper made mowers, I've noticed, I've got one Murray here, and then I've got another one sitting there at the edge of the woods that I'm robbing parts off of to get this one going, because this one I'm going to keep and run. They both got the solenoids up under the body, and I don't understand the purpose, because there is plenty of room inside, like on the side panels where the gas tank mounts. Why wouldn't they put it there instead of up under here where you can't get to it without having to take the battery out and all this? Could be for a safety thing, because you have to take the battery out, because there's a lot of times I don't disconnect the battery or nothing, I change solenoids. But I don't recommend you do that, because that could easily arc off the body and burn up your battery, and then you're out another $80, $100 for a battery. But that's just me. I think it's kind of stupid in a way, but I want to know what y'all think. Put it down in the comments below what y'all think, if you have any idea of what I'm talking about. If you don't have a clue what I'm talking about, heck, just put a thumbs up. I don't care. Some of y'all are sitting there like, some of y'all might be wondering this, and if not, I mean, I don't blame you, but some of y'all are like, well, why, if you didn't like doing YouTube before, why are you doing it again? Well, I thought it would be cool, which I might be wrong, but I thought it'd be cool to share what I do out there, and maybe something I do is out of the ordinary, but might be like a solution to yours. Like, a lot of people this ain't like a how-to video or anything, or I'm not going to be making how-to videos unless y'all ask for it and I'm able to do it. That's another thing too. If you guys have anything that you want to try to see with me making these videos, let me know in the comments, or once I get everything straightened out, I'll do like a full actual intro on all my information on how to get a hold of me about stuff if you want to know something or whatever. But of course, there's always a limit to that because I don't want to be getting a phone call at midnight. Okay. Now I took the old solenoid out and I'm getting ready to put in, well, this ain't an old solenoid. It's actually a brand new solenoid that I had sitting around. And it's good. I'm not going to throw it away or anything, actually. Looky there, went right in the tub. Okay. This one I picked up today, the parts at Advance for like $30. Probably a little expensive, but I wanted to get this done. I wasn't going to wait 3 or 4 days for Amazon to ship one to me for $15. On top of shipping, which would have been closer to 20 or 30. So, I mean, it ain't that much of a price difference. So, I'm going to get it put in. Bolt one side down, and then we'll bolt the other side down, and then we'll hook up the wires back how they're supposed to go. This back bolt I'm not going to get completely tight because the way it's set up on here, I'm going to describe it, and I'm going to try to show it to you here in a second. But the way it's set up, I have to go in and when I take the front one off, you have to turn the solenoid sideways to get up to the back bolt holding it on. And I'm going to try to show you real quick. But that's the bolt that I got to get to, and that's the only way you can get to it. So I have to push this off to the side and then get down here. But it's supposed to sit like that right there, which I'll put it in like that now. If any of y'all, because I'm going to be putting this on the same account that I had before, which is more or less my personal account for watching videos on YouTube. But if you're subscribed to me still, I've got 24 subscribers left from the last time I done this. If you're watching this, gosh, it's probably been a 6-year difference from the last time I done this. It's probably been about 6 years. Might not be that long. But I can't remember. I'm not good at remembering stuff that far back unless it's actually important. Like the year that I got my tractor. That's an important date right there. I got it in Grandma and Grandpa bought it for me in let me do the math real quick. We done. I was 8 years. Yeah, I was 8 or 10. 8 years old. I know I told you, like, what was such an important date, and it's taking me a minute to remember, but I believe I was 8 years old when they got it for me. And actually, no, I take that back. I was 10 years old. So I've had it. No, hang on. I'll get there eventually. I was 8 years old when I got it. So I've had this thing for 9 years. Going on 10 years. I'll have it 10 years in September. Because they bought it for me for my birthday. And that was actually the tractor that was sitting behind me in the picture. Or when I first started recording. But that's not what it looked like when I first got it. I've got a picture of it somewhere the day I first got it, or I took a picture of it with me next to it for a school project on how a fuel filter works. I've got it, well, I had it. I don't think I have it anymore, but I might. And I don't remember where I was going with that. I'll think of it in a minute, maybe. I was talking about important dates and stuff like that, and then I forgot what I was talking about. That'll happen a lot watching this, so if you can't stand me doing that, you don't have to watch. I mean, I don't care. I don't plan on getting nothing out of this. I just do it for the heck of it because I think it's fun-ish. And dadgummit. Of course, I say that now, and I could go in here and start editing, and I'll never post this video. But if you see it, then I've done the editing and I posted the video. Why couldn't I put that on there? Oh, that's a 1/2 inch. Yeah, that's what I figured. So the new solenoid nuts on top, of course it's aftermarket, it's not original, but most of them come in as 7/16 sized nuts. Kind of like these locking nuts right here that come on the original one. They're more 7/16. These other ones are about twice that long, and they're 1/2 inch width, whatever size of nut or whatever you want to call it. So that tells me I can't get my wrench on this back one, so I'm going to have to get me a 1/2 inch socket, which I should have one laying here somewhere. Keyword somewhere. 1/2 inch. I'll probably tell random stories through these while I'm working, just to kill time, and it might save me a little editing. But then I might watch it and think I sound stupid telling these stories, so I'll probably cut them out too. Maybe, I don't know. So if you get a bunch of stories, I didn't do a lot of editing. If you get no stories, then I done a whole bunch of editing. So I always tell stories whenever I'm working with somebody or talking to somebody. But I actually had a story on my mind and I done forgot what it was. Okay, now I got all my wires on correctly because, I mean, there's only 4 wires at this point, or 5 wires. One's got a special connector, so you can't screw that up. And then the red wire, the small red wire, and the blue wire that goes to the hot terminal on the battery, that goes on, to me, my left side, and then the right side goes to the hot wire to the ignition switch, and the main hot red wire that goes to the starter. And so we're gonna go in and put this battery back on. And I kind of think this is a dumb design how this battery sits, because I have to sit here, and when I go to set it in, see, it sits like this. I have to hold the 2 prongs up here on the side. They go whoop, swoop, and let it just fall in on its own, and I don't like that, but I have no other choice. I'm always waiting for that day whenever it falls in and either these top prongs hit the side of the frame and make contact, or it hooks on that lip and the top of the battery comes up. That probably never happened, but with my luck it would. So we're putting cables back on now for the hot and negative on the battery, and then we'll get ready to see if I can even spin the starter over on this thing. It sounds locked up because we tried to bypass it, but I don't even think I can get a good enough ground. So we're going to see what this thing will do. And I have another starter here for it, that I could put on it. It's not a new starter, but it'll work just to get it running. Because it could very well still be a good starter. Because I've got a Craftsman 6-speed sitting over here that I've been trying to sell here the last little bit and get rid of because it ain't been nothing but a, I say it's been a money pit, but I had to put a motor in it, which I had the motor, so that didn't cost me anything. And well, I probably shouldn't be saying this stuff because I'm trying to sell it, but I don't care. I've got, well, here, I'll show you real quick. There's a, right there, that's the Craftsman. And I got it on a trade from a buddy of mine and thought, I mean, good mud mower or whatever, because it had tractor tires on it, but I needed them for this thing. So I'm selling it with turf tires, but anybody could buy a set of tires for $50, $100 for one of them. But anyway, I'm off topic. I got it, thought it was the coolest thing in the world. When I first got it, I put it in the shop, pulley swapped it. I got that sucker to go 17 mile an hour, and it had a straight pipe and throttle thing on it, whatever. I mean, it run great. Well, the compression release went bad, and it ate up 2 starters and a solenoid. So I had to put new starter on, new solenoid, and at that point, the compression release is on the cam inside the motor, and I'd have to pull the motor out, rebuild, put a new cam in it. Well, a lot of these cams now, if they're not plastic, they're really cheap metal, and I've seen some just shred up. And to me, I see no point in doing that if the cam's going to go out and then I blow up the motor from overcompression or sending rods out, whatever. So I had a motor sitting here. I've run it once and thought, I mean, I got nothing else better to do. It's just sitting here on the floor. And it's just 4 bolts. And what's nice was they were both the exact same motor. So it was a plug and play at that point. Because the wiring harness was still on the new motor. Well, new motor. So I pulled the old one off, put the new one on, put a new carburetor on it because the other one had deteriorated from sitting with old gas in it. And because it was one of the funky carbs that had the vane system in it. I've got one right here, and I'll show you what it looks like. Don't fall in the parts washer. Come on, don't fall in the parts washer. Stay. This is what it looks like if I can get it out. This one might not come out. It might. Oh, come on. Oh, that didn't sound good. I hate plastic parts. I haven't never actually had this one apart. I had to get it to sit in this parts washer. But it's got this weird vane system. And I have never liked them. I've never got along with them. And my first issue I thought I had with it was there's a fuel air mixture right here that allows what fuel comes out of. It's the way this carburetor works. It pulls it up out of the bowl through here and comes up, and that, I believe, I don't know how this works. I genuinely do not know how this works. Them holes are plugged up on that. But anyway, I just ain't never liked these. It makes it too complicated. Just be a normal person if you go to get a carb. And I looked and I couldn't find one that matched these, but this one right here, you can't see the inside of it because I don't have this thing take the nut off. But it's just a sander float needle seat. So it's basically this would be metal. This would still be plastic or brass. Or it might not be brass, it might be aluminum. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's brass, but I'm probably wrong. Brass or plastic float, the little rod, and then it's got the little needle that's in here. That when the fuel fills up in the bowl, that goes up and it keeps the fuel from filling up anymore and overflowing and causing issues with too much fuel in the bowl and leaking. Or these are very prone to filling up and running into the top of the carb and then eventually going into the breather tube and filling up the engine block with gasoline, which is very bad, which is probably part of the reason why the compression release went bad on the old motor, which is sitting here in one of these boxes. But I don't know why Craftsman and other companies thought that carburetor was a good idea. I think it's the dumbest thing they've ever invented, but of course I'm not an engineer. I didn't make this stuff. I just work on it. But that's my opinion. And if you don't have that same opinion, you think you love it and they work great for you, you come to my shop and you show me how to fix it, and then we're going to get this Craftsman running so I can get the stupid thing sold. Let's see here. Okay, so battery's hooked back up. Did I tighten that ground up? Okay, ground's tightened up, positive's tightened up. We're going to turn the key on. Oh, looky there. I just had stuff sitting on top of that. I thought that starter was locked up earlier when we was fooling with it. And I actually believe, yeah, I was right. I took a bolt out of this the other day. So just trying to get this thing running. That's the whole thing. That's all I want to do today to this thing is just get it running. And I actually got to wheel it forward so I can get the Craftsman in and put the new carburetor back on there like I put on the listing, because I took it off trying to see if the original carburetor is something, a special carb, but it still won't run. And I'll show you what I'm talking about here in a minute too, if I get time, if I think of it, or if I end up just ending this video, because without editing it, we're at 32 minutes, so we'll see how this goes. Let's get my brake cleaner. No, not brake cleaner. Starting fluid. I'm going to shoot some start. Where's my start? Oh, there it is. Behind my slime. We're going to sit here. And I'm going to spritz a little bit in here. And we're going to see if this thing will even fire. I'm going to put you all over here where you're at where you can kind of see a little better. We'll put you there and I'll see what it looks like. Okay. But we're going to try to start this thing up. I'm going to take this breather back off. And one day I'll get this breather back off. I don't know if y'all can hear me good or not, but I do have mics and tripods and stuff from when I last done this. I just done this under the last moment. And now everything's at my other house, or at Mom's house, so we'll see. But we're going to put this down here so it don't come off. Go. Spritz a little in here. Probably too much, but that's okay. Let's see what this thing will do. Okay, we have good things. Good things happening. Let's see here. Let's put the filter back on this because there's straw and crap coming out of this thing from somewhere. Okay, so that's good. It runs. Well, I knew it run when it was parked. Well, about 1 out of 5 things I get and work on, they ran when parked. All 5, let's say I've got 5 mowers that roll in and they say, oh, ran when parked. Well, say they all vary from ranges. Well, let's say they were all parked the same year, or they just got parked. And they're like, okay, ran when parked. 1 out of the 5 will actually run. Like it say it will. Like, just do the tiny minor things and it'll start up. This is the first one I've had that I've been told, which I trust the man who gave this to me. And it belonged to his son. And he unfortunately passed away a few years ago. But he gave this to me to use. Because I was looking for a transmission for that mower there. Because the one that I pulled out of it is actually sitting down here in the junkyard, and I'll show it to you. It didn't look like that when it come out of it. But I was working on it, and it was a 4-speed Murray. This one's the one I'm working on right now is a hydrostatic. The one that was going to be a work mower for me was a 4-speed. That's the transmission after it's been rained on sitting outside. But I was working on it, trying to get it running, and I knew the rear end was locked up. It was stuck in reverse. So I started pulling it apart, and when I tried to pull it apart, I couldn't get it out undone for some reason. Excuse me. It split all the way around, and I had about that much gap all the way around the casing. Why won't it come out? Well, I got to prying and poking, and finally the casing broke. It cracked it, and actually I've got it's sitting down here. I'll show you what it done. Oh, and I kind of lied to you too. That John Deere that's sitting right there that I bought off of a friend of mine, that one also ran and drove fine. I was told it had carburetor issues and probably needed another one, and well, it ended up, I didn't even put a carb on it because I ordered one and it was the wrong one. But this is the crack that I put in it. It was only to about right there, and then I got mad and finished it off. And I cracked it down here too. Real hard. Actually, I don't remember doing that part. But anyway, you know what caused that? Where that second crack was, that was in the shape of a rectangle or a square. There's a bolt that set down in that hole. I didn't know there was a bolt there. So it was my fault that it broke. But that transmission was in really bad shape anyway. I've got a picture of it that I'll probably throw in right about now. That's what it looked like whenever I got done. Or when I finally got it open. When I found the other bolt. But, so we know that will run on brake cleaner or starting fluid. I gotta find a gas tank for it. I've got back tires for it. I don't think I have. Actually, yes, I might. Let me go look back here. We're gonna go on a little adventure. It's been a long time since I've done this, so I'm trying to get used to holding the phone up here and whatever. Okay, so yes, no, maybe so. It's probably got a wasper's nest in there. Be very careful. Okay, so I have no front. Well, okay. I want y'all's opinion. And by the time this video might get out, I might already have this done. So I've got the tractor tires that's sitting around the front of the garage. Well, I'll go over those in a second. I could put these rear wheels on the front of the mower. Might not look good, but that'll be best case scenario just to get it driving. And then I've got my tractor tires that are right over here that come off of the Craftsman. I put them on there. We'll put these on the back and then put the others on the front. Last thing to finish off this video, because it might be a good long video, and I've yapped long enough. What kids say, yap, whatever. I'm gonna go over my inventory real quick. I have all these implements for this guy right here, Kubota BX1880. That is my tractor. That is the tractor I was telling you about earlier. Originally, when I bought when it was gave to me, I didn't buy it. It was given to me. It was just a tractor with turf tires, not the ag tires that's on it now, a tiller on the back, and then a mowing deck. Mowing deck sitting there, tiller sitting there. That's all that was on it. Everything else I worked for to get on it or was given to me. Bush hog, cultivator. So I've got a bush hog, I got the front loader, I got a disc, tater plow, cultivator, fertilizer spreader, 2 aerators which work on the lawnmowers. I got a set of clamp-on forks for the bucket. I've got a set of root rake clamps for the bucket that I bought. That was a impulse purchase on Amazon. Okay, next part of the inventory. This Craftsman that I want gone. If you want it, you can text me, or you can find it on Facebook Marketplace under my buddy Lyric Morgan's account. It's a Craftsman. It's got a 17.5 horse engine. It will start, but you cannot hardly drive it without having to pause every so often in first gear. Something is wrong to where it will not throttle up, and I do not know why. I can't figure it out. And I need it gone. I'm tired of working on it. I've got it listed at $350 or best offer, or I might even take a trade. I'd prefer cash because I need cash more than I need more projects. Next thing on the inventory, push mower, $30 push mower I bought from Lyric. Pull behind sprayer. It's got a boom on the back to spray wider fields, and then it's got a hand gun to do like side of the house. Got a 4Trax 250 four-wheeler, John Deere X500. If you don't know, this is a Honda 4Trax 250. John Deere X500. And then this was the latest mower I picked up that runs and drives as we stand here, which I mowed with it earlier. John Deere 260. This right here, I have always wanted one of these. It's a 6-speed. The other John Deere's hydrostatic was given to me when my grandpa passed away. This John Deere 6-speed. It's got a good clutch. It has brakes. One of the few things on this land that on my property has got brakes. That Craftsman does not have brakes. It jakes brakes by you shifting down real low and letting off the clutch real slowly. But hood's all intact. It ran when it parked, but he parked it because the carburetor needed cleaned out. And I bought it off his wife for $200. And I put a fuel pump on it because fuel pump had corroded. I was going to put a carburetor on it, but the carburetor I bought for it was wrong. And that's the only other thing I've done to it, I believe. I just gave it some TLC and got it running. And it'll sit here, and I also had to I bought a ignition switch and a PTO switch. The PTO switch was starting to go bad because I'd be mowing with it, and then it just quit it disengaged the blades, and I got it going again. But, I mean, sits there and idles great, except it is not supposed to do that. That was sitting at idle, and there is a teeny tiny little rod knock, which ain't no big deal. That don't affect the way it runs. It runs a lot better than I think it should, considering the shape it's in. But what I have come to find out about this mower is it has a broke ring. From my understanding, Kohlers are very known to have broke rings in their motors. So, broke ring, excessive oil consumption. I don't even know how much oil is in it. I better check that in a little bit before I work with it again. So I gotta move my trailer in a minute. Oh, also got a 14-foot custom built trailer from Glory Trailer Sales over in Jamestown. A good bunch, cheap. I mean, they got really good prices on their trailers. This has got brakes on it because I have to haul this thing on it, and it's a little heavy, especially with the bush hog on it. It's got trailer brake stuff on it. They've got a 60-day warranty, but don't quote me on that. But good bunch. Go check them out. Not sponsored or anything. I'm just starting. I have 0 sponsors. I'm just saying, good bunch. But it's got a broke ring, but it runs too good to fool with it. And I was talking to Dad the other day. I said, well, I thought about just buying a $50 ring kit and put on it. But I got to thinking, the only other thing I'll probably buy for this thing is a set of back tires, because the 2 back tires that are on it are different. Because the right tire is a new one, the other one's an old one. The sidewall's about blown out on it. So I'm gonna get 2 ag tires like what's on those tires sitting there by the door right there. Gotta get used to moving my finger behind me to put on the John Deere. But that's just basically everything. And we have one more thing that will be coming around soon, hopefully. I'm not going to say what it is. It is really cool. I cannot wait for it to be here because I really want to use it. It's not mine. It's a community tool, I guess you could say, around here, because I have my garage here, which is this building here. It's a 12 by 32 Mennonite building. I built a 8x8 shed off the side of it, and to park my equipment under, because this was at my grandparents' house, and when my grandpa passed away, I had to move my stuff out here because we're going to be selling the property in Homestead. But this is on my dad's land. That's his garage there in the back. We built the shed there for my truck. I had an 86 square body that I was going to rebuild, but I lost interest in it because I lost Grandpa. So I let Grandma keep it. She'll sell it. Dad lives, his house is on the other side of the garage. And then the blue house, I don't know if you can hardly see it there through the woods, or the tree line in between the 2 houses, but that's her house. That's Dad's parents' house. Granny and Paul live next door. And then on way back this way is my uncle's property. So we're all kind of a big community right here, and Paul's got his own little garage down there. Wait, where am I going? Yeah, I'm down there. Yes, there's a school bus sitting there. We'll talk about that one these days, maybe, if it ever gets fixed. But if Lee, if you're watching this, I'm not making fun of y'all or nothing. It's been sitting there for a while. But let's see here. Anything else? I think that's it for this one. My arm's starting to get a little tired, and I'm going to play this back and be like, God, I've done an awful job. But if you see this video today or tomorrow, then you know that I started YouTube again. And we'll post it on Facebook publicly. I'll probably make my own page on there. And I don't know what to name my stuff yet. I want y'all to put in the comments what I should name it. Just based off what I done today. That's about what all you're going to get, is little stuff like that. And possibly whatever y'all might ask for. But you might see other people throughout this channel. I don't know. Do I plan on making this really big, a big channel, blow up or whatever? Not really. Will it happen? It could. I don't know. I doubt it. But this is just to do something for fun, just to occupy, not necessarily occupy, just to put some type of a word out. I don't know. I'm just doing it just because. So if you like it, I don't even want to do that, but I guess I will. If you really enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe for more content. God, that was so cheesy. I thought that was dumb as all get out. Okay, well, I guess I'm going to go, and If you manage to suffer through this almost hour-long video before editing, which I'm going to edit this so it won't be nearly that long, but if you suffered through the entire thing, you deserve to put a like on there saying, hey, I did it. Or if you didn't, tell me how much I sucked in the comments, I guess. I don't know. Well, I appreciate y'all who watched for watching, and hopefully I decide to keep on doing this and it turn into something good. All right. I guess we'll do this.